Hey, what's good, everybody? What's good? What's good? We back. We got the Predator Badlands trailer discussion. This is really more of a discussion. It's not even a trailer reaction because I already seen the trailer. I liked it. I thought it was dope. It was fire. We gonna look at it. I just want to go across some stuff piece by piece and talk about this trailer because I genuinely loved the trailer. I thought the trailer was fire. So let's look at it. Let's look at it real quick. Let's look at it. Alright. Let's just go to the beginning. You know, we're going to break this down and just look at it. But let's talk about it. Alright. So we got our trophies. If anyone isn't aware, this is obviously a big-ass T-Rex. Look like we got the alien from Independence Day up in here. Don't see any xenomorphs yet, but, you know, Weyland Yutani is confirmed to be in this film. So, y'all know the connection with that. Aliens, xenomorphs. It looks like we're going to be getting that. And now Disney owns both Aliens and Predator franchise. They own both. But cool collection.
I didn't think you survived.
Alright, we got our main Predator here. His name is, well, Yautja. Yautja. That's the name of the species, actually. The name of the species, they're Yautja. So if you guys are wondering what they're called, you know, a lot of people just call him Predator. Just refer to him as Yautja. Is this how you say it? You know, you keep it as simple as that. There's a bunch of comic books, lore about them and everything. Go check them out. But that's what they're called. They're called the Yautja. Alright. I'm assuming this is Deck, our Yautja that we are going to be following in the film. I'm assuming this is him. Looks like it's him. You know, he's very much smaller. And is confirmed to be an adolescent. He is a young blood. So don't expect for him to be no expert hunter yet. This is him going down the path of becoming one of the elite hunters in his, you know, part of his species or whatever tribe he's part of. But they got different clans. We don't know which clan he's a part of. So we're going to obviously find out in this film which clan he's a part of. November 7th, perfect date already. I already like the fact that we are going to be on different worlds. We're on different worlds. We're not going to be on Earth. We're not going to be stuck dealing with a bullshit. We are strictly back on different worlds. Predators, they try to show us a different world, but it still looked very much obviously like it looked like Earth. It obviously looked like they just filmed on Earth, which, you know, they can only film on Earth. I don't expect them to film anywhere else. But you still need to make me feel like you're on an alien world. A world that doesn't look human. The director of Prey. Shouts out Dan Trachtenberg. That's the name of the director. He's the one who's going to be directing this film. He already said he'd love to team up with the Alien Romulus director. Alien Romulus was also solid too. He'd love to team up with that director and they both direct an Alien versus Predator film. One of them directs half of it, the other directs the other half. You know, but I think they would just ultimately still tag team it, obviously, but that's his idea of what he'd want to do. He would want to split up directing an Alien versus Predator film. And I think both of them would be good for it. But we have to wait and see. I like Prey. Prey has its issues, but I like Prey. I need to see how Badlands is going to do. And I'm telling y'all this. This is, in this trailer, we saw mainly the Yautja. We barely saw humans. There's only two scenes with, actually one scene with humans in it. I don't consider the android that we see in the trailer a human, but obviously she looks human. But we have, like, this teaser already lets you know this is going to be about the Yautja. This is about them, the Yautja leading the film. And this is one of the things I've been wanting. I've been wanting to see more concept like AVP. Yautja and humans teaming up for some common goal. Because we have to remember, the Yautja are not some mindless creatures. They just don't kill for fun. I mean, yeah, it's probably fun for them, but they're not going to look at some defenseless old lady with no weapon and go like, well, no, wait! Like, no, he not going to do that. Now, if you an old lady that look like you superhuman and you got a weapon on you and you ready to fight, oh yeah, he'll fight you if they think you're worthy. Shouts out to Dan for doing Prey and just, you know, doing something to bring it back to formula. And now let's see what gear he working with. Okay, that is the android, the Weyland-Yutani android. Looks like she's going to be working with Deck throughout this movie. More than likely, she's going to be helping him navigate and also help him find a worthy prey for him. And, you know, like, we don't know why they're going to be working together, but it seems like she's going to be more so interested, based off what's going on in the trailer, what he's doing, why he's outcasted, and why is he on this planet looking for this ultimate prey. And she's probably going to be interested. She's an android. Just like the android, I think David in Prometheus and Alien Covenant. You know, sure, he had his objectives, but he was more so interested. He became fully interested in the xenomorphs and how they work and the black goo and what it can possibly create. You know, he stopped caring too much about his mission for Weyland-Yutani. So this is probably going to be a similar thing here. She's obviously going to be focused on Deck, and she's probably just going to be so interested in this alien creature in his mission that she doesn't understand yet, and she's probably working to understand. But this can also be spell something bad, because if Deck is going to be teaming up with this android, which is part of Weyland-Yutani, which is not a good corporation, you know, they're another greedy corporation just like your Amazons or whatever, and if she is looking to work with him, and let's say at the end of the film she obviously goes back with the humans or wherever she goes, she's going to be bringing back information to Weyland-Yutani. And who knows? We don't know if Weyland-Yutani are deeply involved with the Yautjas yet, or stolen their tech and are already researching them. But what if, when she goes back to the humans, if she does, she also recorded information, recorded what was happening, seen the technology, and Weyland-Yutani go like, damn, them motherfuckers advanced. Let's go check in on them and see what's up about them. Which is going to create some tension, because the Yautja, they just want to go hunt. They do not want to have people knowing too much about their business. When they go to planets hunt, they don't make it a big deal. They try to keep it as chill as possible. And if they end up failing the hunt, then they literally decimate the area. They set off an explosion and kill everybody, including themselves.
They made sure nothing survived.
They leave no evidence. So that's why I think could potentially happen, or a good, you know, idea to take it. The humans obviously don't know what. I really don't care what the fuck they do. Whoa. What's that right there? Okay, that looks like Deck. That's Deck right there. Okay. I really want them to show the agility, the strength, the physical prowess of the Yautja. Same way they did in Prey. In the previous Predator films, you know, the movement was limited. They didn't have the visual effects to really make the Predator jump around and do all these great things like, you know, should be able to do. Sometimes I still wonder, like, damn, how do y'all niggas be losing to humans? Because physically, humans are nowhere near them. You need to have a super soldier serum if you want to be able to physically fade with a Yautja. But you know, they gonna gas up the humans. But most Yautja are physically on a whole other level than us. They are born with abilities that we want. So at the end of the day, I still don't be understanding how sometimes these humans win. But you know, hey. If it with good writing, you can justify it somehow. Alright, this is obviously Deck is running from some evil fauna, some evil plants and stuff. Look like they jumping in defense mode to whoop his ass. And we have now some people are calling this a clan leader predator. He probably is. Looks dope, by the way. Yeah, we have not seen a predator with white dreads yet. So that is pretty cool. I really hope the combat is gonna they go in on the combat with the Yautja. Like this scene here, I hope it's just not no generic just swinging, huh, ha. Like, you know, I want them to like throw some style and pizzazz into that shit. Style and pizzazz. I really want them to show like these motherfuckers are elite hunters. They got their own form of martial arts and they be going in. I want them to show that off. They better. Don't play these games with me. And Deck is obviously getting ready to fight whatever this thing is. I hope this isn't the final boss. Like, you know, I was hoping they was gonna like hide that a little bit more. I hope this is not the final enemy that he is gonna be dealing with, but it looks like it is. It looks like this is the legendary creature or some type of legendary creature that he deems as worthy. And if he kills this thing and bring its head back as a trophy, the people in his clan are gonna be like, damn, Deck, you really did that. You stood on business. It might be that. I don't know, but let's see. I want to see what it looks like, though. Now, I've seen a lot of people are complaining like, oh my gosh, he looks human. The fuck type of humans y'all been looking at? What humans have y'all been looking at that look like this? And I've seen people saying, he looks humanoid. Yeah, most of the Yautja look humanoid. They literally have a humanoid figure. But they're drastically different. They literally have reptilian-like skin and shit. Their fucking faces, their eyes, their dreadlocks come out. Like, they are drastically different. So if anyone's going around saying, man, why does he look human? Get your eyes checked, because I don't know what humans y'all seen that look like this. I haven't seen any humans that look like this yet. I mean, it's some ugly people, but I've not seen a human that looks like this yet. So I'm trying to see what humans y'all look at that look like this. Now some people saying the design is bad. I don't think the design is bad in the slightest. Obviously, it doesn't look like some of the visual effects is done, but even if they aren't done yet, this still looks solid. Eyes look a little bit weird, like they don't look like they're fully rendered. Right here, it looks, you know, a little bit too much like clay. But the rest of it looks detailed. Like, you can see his wrinkles and stuff. But it obviously, like, the CGI needs to be touched up more. But this is a practical suit. Let's make that clear. Every Predator film we've seen, most of the Yautja have been practical. Now, in Predator 2018, that awful movie, the Super Predator was obviously CGI. But, because, you know, there's nobody that tall that exists to play the super upgrade Predator. That shit was garbage anyways. Shane Black. You need to burn in hell for making Predator 2018. What the fuck was that shit?
What's wrong with you?
I think he looks solid. I think this looks great. And I'm going to go support this. Because if we don't support something like this, we're never going to get a concept like this again or Predator movies for a while. Disney's going to be like, nope, take a break. Take another break. Take another break from this franchise. I don't want no more breaks from the Predator franchise. A lot of franchises get tossed out. Some franchises get dragged out, and the concept just keep getting worse and worse and worse and boring. Predator, they'll mess up and then they'll take a long ass hiatus and be like, bruh, no, just make better shit, write better movies, give us better concepts. Stuff like this, thank you. I've been asking for this. Stuff like AVP. Now, AVP 1, I liked it. I didn't like the fact it was PG-13, but the concept of it was great. Yautja working with humans for some common goal to defeat the Xenomorphs, just like the stuff they explored in the Dark Horse comics. Do more shit like that. It's cool to have the Yautja be the antagonist and obviously go against the human or whoever. And sometimes, man, change out the humans, bruh. Why can't it be a Yautja fighting another alien protagonist, right? Why does it have to always be a human? Because this movie is about to have the Yautja be the lead. This isn't no star. This is a totally fictional character, and someone is playing this character behind a bunch of prosthetics and maybe a little bit of mocap and more. But this right here, do more shit like this. Do more like this. Stop restricting creativity because, oh man, we don't got the budget for it. Because this films with lower budgets that have done stuff like this and pulled it off. The people that are not able to see stuff like this get pulled off are people that lack an imagination, people that just want to take the easy way out and just keep giving us the mediocre shit, the same stuff. But no, do different concepts. Give us a film where, hell, it's Yautja as the antagonist versus some alien, not a human that looks alien. No, an actual alien. You know, like the Yautja, something drastically different that you would not come across on Earth. Not some Kryptonian, but he still looks human though. No, none of that shit. Do something different. And now they're finally exploring stuff that the comics explore. Because the sad thing is, the Dark Horse comics have expanded the lore of Predators more than the movies have. And that's kind of sad because the movies is the main canon. It's where it started in movies first. So the fact that the movies are still only scratching the surface of what you can do with this lore says a lot. Now, I'm not saying they completely took from the books. I don't know Dan Trachtenberg's, information that he used for this film. But concepts like this is what you would see in Predator books. You would, because we never got nothing like this in the movies. But I'm glad we got this coming. Deck looks good, and I'm excited for it. I was also hearing before the film came out that he also has a different opinion about their honor code and stuff, how they go about hunting. Or maybe they entirely took that out and he's just outcasted and he's trying to prove himself again. It could literally just be that, right? But if he does have a different opinion on the honor code that they have when they go out hunting, I am interested in seeing that. I just wish this was an official trailer, bro. I need more shit. I want more. Thank you, bro. Thank you. 20th Century Fox, y'all better cook, bro. Y'all cook with Alien Romulus. Y'all cook with Predator Badlands. I'm going to go watch this in theaters day one. I'm not going to let a concept like this go to waste because most of you guys, there's people on the internet bitching because I seen some dudes say this looks like a girl boss Predator, like it's a female Yautja. Okay, what's the issue with that? Because the female Yautja, if you read the lore, they are more formidable opponents than the men. Hell yeah, give me a Predator movie where it's a female Yautja being a hunter. I will watch that. The females in the Yautja society are bigger, and they are huge parts in leading the society. But only people who read the lore would know about that. None of y'all wouldn't if you just casual with it. But even then, he looks fine. If the goal of this is to show a young adolescent Predator, right? He obviously looks like that. He's much smaller, a little slimmer. He's not crazy big. He does not have a lot of technology because if he is a young adolescent hunter trying to prove himself, he's purposely going to have less technology because if they're proving themselves, they can't go in there with all their tech that they're supposed to have. They have to prove themselves. They need to prove that without the tech, I'm still a formidable warrior, and even with the tech, I am still a formidable warrior. If the goal is, which the director looks like he's trying to go for, to make him a young adolescent Predator, looks good to me. I mean, it looks like a young adolescent Predator. He doesn't look like a seasoned hunter. Or this is the thing. He could be a seasoned hunter. If y'all played Assassin's Creed 1, this is the best way to look at it. When Altair messed up and he jeopardized the Brotherhood by doing what he did at the first mission, he had his rank stripped from him and he needed to work back up. This could also be that. He could be a young hunter who probably earned his spot, right? And then he got maybe too cocky. He got too cocky and too loose. And then, he ends up messing up. And now he has to prove himself again. This could be that. This could be that. It could be this Yautja going back to the basics of what it means to be a warrior in his society. Or, hell, does he even want to be an actual warrior in his society? Does he have a different type of little honor code or whatever? What does he got? I don't know. One thing here to notice, he has a broken tusk on his, I think. Oh no, he did. Well, no, he still has a broken one. If y'all look at his tusk right here on this left side, you know, if you was behind him, he's on his left side. His tusk right here is chipped a little bit, so I don't know what that's all about. But hopefully they go into detail and give us more. And when they handle the dialogue in this, they should put up subtitles for the Yautja, because it seems like the android, you know, Wailing Tiny androids, that she's going to be able to communicate with him and understand his language because she's an android and stuff. So I don't know how she's going to be able to communicate and understand his language, but it seems like they're going to both be able to understand each other. But also the Yautja do have experience of being able to translate languages through their mask and stuff. So who knows? Deck probably has seen humans before and probably understands a language. He just can't speak it, but he probably understands what their words translate to in their own language. But they said they created a whole language from the ground up for the Yautja. They took the person who worked on Avatar that created the language for the Na'vi over here into this film, and they made a totally original language for the Yautja and dialect. So I like that. The show is some great detail. It shows that Dan Trachtenberg does care and give a fuck. But nah, thank you, Dan Trachtenberg, for giving us concepts like this that we've been asking for. Thank you. Thank you. Took fucking long. Alright, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this. I want to thank y'all for watching. Like, peace, love, positivity, all that jazz. Don't you like I always say. Deuces.
What did you do? What did you do?